Welcome to Eldric's Magic Emporium, where it's our goal to empor your magic. Don't give me that look. I have to say that. It's in the contract. So, what brings you in today? Eye of Newt, Feather of a Wizard's Beard, Drought of the centaurs. New in town. That's unfortunate. No, it's a great town. Great town. Just, I'm not usually here. I mean, I'm supposed to be here today. I'm just not usually here. A bit of a personal favor from Sasha. Loaned me to Eldric for the week. Better only be for a week. So, what are you looking for? Yeah, sure. Going to the festival. I mean, we should have that in stock. Is there a reason you're not going to the haberdashery or the milliner's or the beauty boutique down the road? I mean, there are lots of ways to get the effect you're looking for. This is one of the more complicated ones. It's probably bad business to say that. Don't tell Eldric I said that. Or Sasha. Definitely don't tell Sasha. But yes, so we should have several varieties of brew coma creanis. Have you used it before? Do you have a particular type in mind? Stop, it's fine. I'll grab what we have and we'll talk through them. So hold on. This could take a while. Labeling system. That's not right. That's giants. Eldric. Up there. Of course. I'm gonna kill him. Oh, no, everything's fine. Eldric is just, a bit more, tentacly inclined than I am. Which means I get to go on adventures climbing shelves. One moment. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so it looks like we have 5 categories in stock. We have mixed wildflower, which is as the name would suggest. Poppy, which can have some unexpected side effects. Sunflower, only for the strongest of neck. Foxglove, great coloring. Can look a little odd, depending on where it grows. And Dahlia, which tends to make quite the statement. Any thoughts? Recommendation. I mean, it's your head. You haven't done this before. Right. Okay, so I know the name, brew, comacrini, implies the flowers grow out of the hair. That is technically not true. They grow out of the scalp. Additions and names, what can you do? The density of the floral growth does, however, depend a lot on the type of hair. No hair, you're going to get some pretty dense blooms. Thick hair, slightly fewer. It's like undergrowth in a forest with a lot of trees. If light can't penetrate those top leaves and that top layer, you see a lot less growing on the ground. Having said that, you can go and make some pretty beautiful blooming patterns with the right hair management techniques. Parting of hair or even shaving parts prior to taking the brew. But I would definitely recommend going to a specialist for that, especially since this is your first time, and also because, as you might have guessed, hair is not my speciality. I can't help you there. Did that help your decision making at all? Yeah, I know that wasn't actually a recommendation. That was on purpose. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah, sure thing. I can get that ready for you. Before I do, what type do I need to grab? Is this avian, sapien, volatin, lacerta? Yeah, I always ask. I never assume. You never know who's, done some various transformations, or, honestly, some of these things you can't really tell by looking at people. Yeah, I mean, the brewing instructions and health warnings are different depending, just, because of the basic. Well, gotta not kill the customers. Usually. Okay. And got that. Let's try again. 2. Okay, there you are. Okay. So, we got it. So this is going to be pretty similar to brewing tea, the cheap kind of tea. No need to break out your fancy steeping equipment. In fact, I will be very displeased if you break out your fancy steeping equipment. So what you're going to do, you're going to take one bag of your comacrines. Not one, not more than one, okay? Not 2 bags, not 3 bags. No opening the contents of the satchel to put in the infuser. 1 bag. Take that 1 bag, steep it in water that's around 70 degrees Celsius, 155 degrees Fahrenheit. No warmer, no cooler, for 1 to 2 minutes. So this is not one of those cases where longer is better. That's not our goal. You want your flowers to come out limp and discolored? Okay, sure, you let that timer hit 121 degrees. You want vibrant, beautiful, long-lasting flowers? Please, 1 to 2 minutes. Once it's gone and steeped for 1 to 2 minutes, you just drink it like you drink anything else. While it's still warm, while it's still fresh, don't let it sit around. I do recommend adding a little honey, but honestly, that's for taste. It doesn't do anything. It's up to you. Then usually sprouts start sprouting 6 to 9 hours after ingestion. So you might not want to lay down immediately after, otherwise, again, the growth pattern, things can get a little weird. Your slide sleeper, oof. I mean, what's the choice? It takes about 3 days for the flowers to really start blooming. And after that, you should have them in their fullest, most beautiful form for 10 to 14 days, depending on how often you wash your head. Be gentle when you do. And then after that, the flowers and the stems and the root system, it all just kind of falls out. Not painful at all, it just, like when you lose hair naturally. You don't feel like... I do... So I do recommend a hat for the 5 to 7 days at the end of the cycle, once the flowers start dropping off. It can be a little bit of a mess, and on a more prideful level, it just doesn't look that great at the end of the cycle, which, you know, you've seen flowers die. So, all that makes sense? Feel good? Feel like you know what to do? One bag? Only one bag? 1 to 2 minutes? Okay, great. On to the health info. So like any brew, Comacrinus is subject to the Potions Protection Act of 846. Side effects may include hay fever, runny nose, sore throat, low-grade fever. Essentially, if you get seasonal allergies, think real hard before drinking this. If an adverse reaction lasts more than 12 hours, seek a medical professional. Sure. If you're pregnant or might be pregnant in the next month, speak to your doctor before using. Apparently there have been cases, kids popping out with like roses on their heads, which is a look, you know. I've seen people put sillier things on their babies. Doesn't really hurt them in the long run, but can be a little weird coming out. Yeah. Store packets between 20 and 25 degrees Celsius or 68 through 77 degrees Fahrenheit. For the duration of the brew's efficacy, use caution when interacting with herbivores, particularly those from the Sanchevi forest. And that's it. Any questions? Great. So we take payment in all major metals and, of course, in blood debts. How will you be paying today? Cool. Well, thank you for coming into Eldric's Magic Emporium today, where, you know the rest of the saying. Oh, and don't forget to share pictures of how it turns out. Eldric loves that stuff. Gets so excited by people who have scalps. Weirdo.